How's it going, everyone? It's TrulyMystic, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have to talk about the brand new season, Chapter 6, Season 2 in Fortnite. Wow, is this actually kind of a crazy season? I don't think many people were really expecting it to be, spoiler alert, this good. And overall, I do just want to give my opinions on what I think about everything and what we can possibly be seeing from the game moving forward throughout this season. To start off, I think this season definitely exceeded a lot of people's expectations and even mine. Now sure, there is still a ton of people that aren't happy with it. And I know that Fortnite is kind of in a somewhat tough spot now. You know, as of recently, they haven't been, I don't really know what the word is, just as big as they once were. I think ever since Fortnite OG dropped, right, for Chapter 6, that was the last time Fortnite really got any, big relevance in the gaming industry or made a big ruckus in the community. And so nowadays, it's kind of hard for Fortnite to really capture a lot of people's attention, especially with games like Marvel Rivals out, pretty much taking up a large chunk of what was once a massive Fortnite community. I mean, literally on the same day of the season's launch, Marvel Rivals dropped their Season 1.5 update, and I'm not gonna lie, both are pretty good. So yeah, it is a bit hard nowadays for Fortnite to really grab everyone's attention and have the magnitude that it once had, but that's not to say that this is a bad season. And of course, everyone can have their opinions about certain seasons, updates, or whatever in Fortnite. I do want to sit down and tell you that I think Chapter 6 Season 2 might probably be one of the better seasons we've had in a long time. And I know I do kind of say that a lot on this channel every time a new season comes out, but I'm going to explain to you why I believe this and pretty much hopefully be a mostly positive video. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So again, for the billionth time, Chapter 6 Season 2 has dropped, and there are a lot of things that I really enjoy about it. For starters, the new items. I'm not gonna get the names right for pretty much all of these items that I talk about, but one thing that I do really enjoy is the new electric bat item. I think that this is one of the most funnest items we've ever had in Fortnite for a really long time. You know, last season we got the Typhoon Blade, which is really cool. I love the movement with it, the sword, the overall vibe and aesthetic just really is fun to use, and I'm glad that it matched up with the theme of last season. But this season we just have a bat, an electric bat that you can charge up and knock someone hundreds of meters away. This is one of the best items that we've had in Fortnite in a really long time, and let me tell you why. The electric bat just reminds me of classic Fortnite. Just fun, stupid items that they would add into the loot pool. You know, every once in a while we used to get trailers of these goofy items and everybody would just be happy to see them. Look, I love almost any weapon or item that Epic wants to add, but you can't lie, a lot of what they have been adding recently is very realistic and very serious stuff. You know, a sword is cool, a sword is fun. The way you use the Typhoon Blade is obviously not really how you would use a blade in real life, you know, with all that movement. So it is somewhat wacky, but an electric bat just takes it to a whole nother level. It also reminds me of the Save the World melee weapons that we have just sitting there, not even being utilized in Battle Royale. I think that brings a flavor from Save the World into Battle Royale, and while they could have just brought the actual weapon or item itself, I'm still glad that we even have something like this to begin with. It swings like a bat, it's almost like you're playing baseball, you can travel with it. I seen a clip where Nick A30 is flying across the map using this weapon, and I really hope they don't patch that. I don't know if they did patch it yet, but it's just stuff like this that really makes Fortnite Fortnite. I don't like the super serious items all the time. For example, another item that we have this season is the Mortal Kombat, it's not a mythic, but item. You could basically kind of slide around with it. I haven't used it too much, but you know, it has the ice powers here and there. That's pretty sick. That's pretty cool. And I like things like that as opposed to a brand new sniper rifle or a brand new AR. You know, just waggy, fun, goofy items. I think that's what Fortnite is really about. Yes, I do love my serious, you know, brand new weapon that can change the meta every once in a while, but something funny and wacky that can also bring crazy changes to the meta is very much appreciated. The map is beautiful. I think the new map changes are really cool. This is a type of biome that we haven't seen before. The gold is really spread everywhere. I'm not too sure what's happening with that. Did Midas just kind of touch a lot of random parts of the map here and there? It's pretty interesting. I'm not too sure how the storyline is looking right now, but I think that, yeah, it looks pretty beautiful. Honestly, kind of brings me back to Chapter 5 Season 2 when they added Mount Olympus. Around that area, just the rocks feel very familiar and the stones and everything. I love it. Crime City is really fun. I've been there a few times. It's a little chaotic. There's underground places around the map, and I just love that, man. Like, it's not like you're landing on a map and there's barely underground spaces or tunnels, you know? I like landing on a map where there's depth to it. You can go onto high places and you can go underground or even underwater. Who knows? Maybe one day. The brand new vehicle is pretty cool. You can throw people inside it and kidnap them. Cryptocurrency Dill Bitcoin is interesting. I think it is a little funny that Fortnite is leaning into cryptocurrency now to do something funny with their game, but I don't know. Cryptocurrency is such a weird subject. And the last thing I want to see is Fortnite make a freaking crypto coin and people just start investing into that. I think let's just try to stay on the video game side of things, guys, and not lean too much into economics. Now, we are going to be getting a ton of new items and collaborations coming into the game soon. For example, another, yes, anime collaboration is coming to the game, and it's going to be in the form of Cowboy Bebop. I think that's pretty cool. Haven't watched it, but definitely have heard about it. I know a lot of people are getting tired of countless collaborations and even the anime ones, and of course I made a video talking about the overabundance of collaborations in Fortnite, and while yes, a lot of that stuff is true, as always, a brand new collaboration to the game is welcome. Now, will we be getting some sort of gameplay collaboration, maybe a mythic with this Cowboy Bebop collab? I'm not too sure. We still also have to get the Demon Slayer collab, and I think a lot of people do want to see mythics for that, so I think these will be some skins sold in the shop. Not too sure how many Cowboy Bebop fans are really out there compared to IPs like Dragon Ball or Naruto or JJK. But if you are excited for this, let me know in the comment section down below. And should I watch Cowboy Bebop? In the key art for this season, we're also going to be getting things like a reskin rocket ram that has a drill at the end of it. I love the rocket ram, so I can't wait for this to come into the game. There's also an item that I missed that is in the game currently, and it's some sort of, they call it a plasma burst rifle thingy. It looks more like a cannon, honestly, but laser beams in Fortnite is just something I've been wanting in the game for a really long time. They did it a lot back in Chapter 2 Season 7 with all those alien weapons, but to see more of it now is just really cool. I love picking this weapon up and using it against people. I feel like I have so much control. Now, I did speak a lot about gameplay and a little bit about cosmetic stuff, but really haven't even gotten into the Battle Pass. I think the Battle Pass for this season is honestly pretty good. Wasn't a fan of it when it first originally got put out, but as always, I do say that we should wait for things before we judge, and the Battle Pass came out, and while I wouldn't say that it's the best Battle Pass that we've had in a while, it's definitely a decent one. I do like things like the pickle glider. I think stuff like that is just hilarious, and while there aren't a lot of dances in this pass, I think some of the emotes in it are pretty funny and quirky nonetheless. Midas is also going to be the secret skin, and I wonder how they're going to play his story out. I kind of have a bit of a theory. So basically, Chapter 5, we seen him return with like the yacht. He was here for a bit, and then he left the island. This was probably the place he fled to somehow. That's kind of my weird little theory, is that yeah, this is the same Midas that we saw return back in Chapter 5, but where he resides and do his shenanigans is in the Chapter 6 Season 2 map, Crime City, this and that, blah blah blah. But then it's weird because we didn't see him last season, so it's like, where did this even come from? There's also like a lot of clouds surrounding this area, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. The storyline, man, I have to know what is going on nowadays. But back to the Battle Pass, I think, yeah, the cosmetics really aren't that bad. Not the best, but I'd say I am okay with it. Now, overall, for this season in general, we did get a couple changes that I'm not too happy about. And that includes some of the new locker changes. Now, we did get something new called Moments, where basically you can take a jam track or lobby music and be able to play it when jumping out of a battle bus or after winning a game and getting that victory royale, this jam track or lobby music will play. I think that's pretty cool. But moving that aside, the new way where you set up how you want to view your cosmetics in your locker is a little bit random. I think a lot of us had to get used to the brand new layout that happened, I believe, I don't even know, either back in Chapter 5 or Chapter 4, where you have your recents or you can sort them from A to Z and this and that. And now the new way is just really extra. I have to click this and click this to get to where I want to go, and then if I want to change it back, I have to go through the whole process again. Just before, I feel like we had just started to get used to the locker, and then of course they had to change it again. I don't know what their obsession is with ruining the locker, and I'm still waiting on an actual good overhaul for the locker, but this just unfortunately came out of nowhere, and now we're gonna have to get used to this. Another thing that I'm not the biggest fan of is also the compete tab, and while I don't personally compete in a lot of cups or tournaments myself, occasionally I do want to get a free glider or maybe a free spray or skin, and I'll play a cup and look through the compete tab. But they also kind of overhauled that, and it does seem a bit better with the calendar system, but I think there was a better way to incorporate it without completely overhauling it. So now, not only do I have to get used to the new locker changes, but the new compete system. And I don't think that these type of changes are really great changes, because I think stuff like this will end up discouraging players from using things like the compete tab or their locker. Maybe that could just be me, but I don't know. And one more thing about the actual season itself in terms of gameplay that I'm really not the biggest fan of is something that I'll briefly talk about. Just every time we get a brand new season, especially a new chapter, it almost feels like they have to add brand new weapons, brand new items, brand new guns. And I think, yes, those are nice. It almost feels like it's forced at times. And with the addition of this brand new season, we did get the addition of, I think, a brand new AR and a brand new sniper rifle. But what's weird to me is that there are a ton of ARs and sniper rifles that we already have in the game. I mean, just go to creative mode and you can see literally hundreds of shotguns, of ARs, of snipers. Like, there's already a ton. I don't know why they add these guns, because I don't think they add anything crazily new. Like, the new sniper rifle just feels very similar to another sniper that we already have in the game, and I just wonder why they couldn't just add that instead of this new, you know? And I think that every season, I feel like they think they're forced to add like a new gun or a new item that we might not really need. I don't mind having the SCAR or the pump or any classic gun in a modern season or anything from any other chapter, you know? I think it's just getting to a point where there's a lot of guns to keep track of, and I certainly do not remember the names for all of them. Even like the brand new scanner item that we have, I feel like even a flare gun would suffice and actually be better than what this new thing does. I still do appreciate them, and they definitely have their uses, especially in creative mode when they get added in there. But I guess what I'm trying to say for this final segment is that I don't want Epic to keep adding things just for the sake of adding them, or changing things like the UIs, including the locker or compete tab, etc., for the sake of changing it. But anyways, those are my opinions for Chapter 6 Season 2. I think this season does look promising, and even though this is another similar heist-ish season, although it has more to do with crime, I am very much looking forward to the updates that will be coming soon. It does seem like Fortnite is starting to get back on track, and we could possibly be building up to something big, as there are a lot of files in the leaks about a live event potentially happening soon, and probably not a mini one either. Anyways, let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and use code TrulyMystic in the item shop if you would like to support me there. I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, and I'll see you guys in the next vid. It's TrulyMystic, and until then, peace.